Well, I'm working on the tail plane. Those of you who have been following my videos, you would know that it came shipped already built, which I thought was absolutely amazing. But there was some damage in that the elevator on both sides was broken. So the first thing I did was to glue it together where it had cracked. Then I purchased some carbon fibre that I was going to run along the split. But do you know what? I decided to take these off, both of these off, and they came off quite easily. And again, I think that's a sign of age, and also the glue that was used. It's gone quite brittle, so with a little bit of manoeuvring it just pulls straight out. But they will become my spares, because I purchased some new ones. Yeah, so there's a brand new one. In fact, I've got two of them now. Something I've noticed while I've been working on this is this support strut. It clips into a plastic frame on the fuselage so it can pivot, but I've noticed the other end that would clip into here is glued in, so it can't pivot. That also means I can't use this. I'll have to take that out. I'll sort these all out to make sure they fit nicely, and they'll go back in. Then I will glue this straight into the hole that I create by taking that one out. It's true on this side as well. This one's broken so it doesn't pivot. So what I'll have to do on the other wing, or the other tail plane, is pop this out, and then when I put this one in, this will go back where that one I've taken out is. I better get on and get those fitted. I need to clear up the inside of here. There's a bit of glue residue in there, and then get them fitted.
Later that same evening.
So this is the first replacement horizontal stabiliser and elevator. I'm using foam tack because it is a super glue. It's not super glue, but it's a fantastically good glue. I've used the horns that came with the new one because these had been glued in, and I've glued my horns in as well. Here, so this is the original footplate, and I've glued that in because it was already glued on to the spar. And I've also glued this spar up here because it was showing signs of stress. So I'm quite happy with that. So this is the one I've just put in. And the colour match isn't that bad on the top, it's just underneath, it's quite different. Greasy finger marks all over it. Oh, I want to show you something that I got from Carly Graphics in the US. Carly Graphics, Carly, spelt C-A-L-L-I-E -graphics.com. Absolutely recommend them, even if you live in the UK as I do. Send an email to Carly Graphics, go on their site, get in touch with them. They'll do anything you want. Should be obvious what they've done for me. I'm not going to put them on just now. Yeah, this is what they got me. Look at that. That's where it goes. One on each side. Perfect. And thank you very much, Carly, for that. I did send you an email and you did reply, so I know you know I've got it, or got them. Carly Graphics also made the swastika for my Focke-Wulf 190 by Dynam, because they don't give you one. Whereas the Durafly ME109 does come with one.
20 minutes later.
A couple of things that I've done. Obviously I've just finished installing this, gluing these back together. I've replaced all the rubbers, because the rubbers were literally just splitting. You just touch them, pull them, and they just break apart. So now, excuse me, I've now prepped this new horizontal stabiliser and elevator. Taking the paint away. This paint is really thick. Not only is it thick, it just doesn't come away. It's good stuff. So I've scraped it away where I need it not to be, where I'll put the glue. Horns in, glued in. Bit of glue holding the screws as well. Yep, that's now ready to go into here. And that will come down there. Yep, perfect. So let's get the fan tack on it. As with the other one, I am going to put a little bit here just to hold that. So that's the tail planes fixed. I'll let that dry before we move on. But what I am going to do is stand it on its nose. So it's drying like that. The other thing I've done now is paint this all black. This is what it was like. It's here, these black lines. They're there because the air vents in this plastic front, you're going to get white bits showing through. So what they've done, they've gone in there with a brush and just brushed the white over. So what I'll probably do is just mask that off and spray the whole lot black. So by painting the whole thing black, we can go over and there's no white foam showing. So now this is dry, I can continue looking at all the fittings. That's horns, clevises, screws, all that type of thing to make sure that they're sound and good. Let me show you this. The glue holding the cockpit in, if I can get it out, that was a bit silly. The glue holding the cockpit in just gave way. Or the glass, that was like that. And it just broke away. So I've taken the wing off again. I'm happy with all of this I've done, and this has to come off. And I'll open it up. Ah, right, so that's the first thing you notice. This actually snapped. Instead of bending, it snapped off. And that's the type of thing I want to be checking out. So I'll be taking each of the horns out and re-gluing them. And I'll be replacing the clevises as well. But that's not good. The fact they're so brittle that they won't bend open, it just cracks. Let's try the other one, see what happens with that. So I want this tubing off to start with. And that's just a little cut. It's not brilliant, but it's okay. And then I want to pop this open. Alright, that one's not too bad. I'm happy with that one. So I've got a new piece of tubing. Bring the tubing up. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Servo's nice and tight. Just want to somehow tape this in. I'm going to put some little blobs of hot glue in just to hold those wires down. These are good. I've tested them. So let's look at the first wheel. One thing I've noticed here on this plate is that the screw on the plate doesn't flatten it enough. There's a bit of give in the plate. And over time that's going to cause a problem. So that has to come off. It's the same on both wings. Both the undercarriages on this corner aren't lying flush. So I'm going to take those off. Right, so that's the wing. There's now no longer any give where the wheel meets the wing. And that's the same on both sets of wheels. The free spinning. These you can still buy as spares. So worst case scenario, if they do break on me, I can get replacements. Servos are securely mounted in there, no question about that. Bottom wing is good to go. Yeah. This is all glued in. Yeah, I'm happy with it.